AITAH for telling my wife no? I am not the oop. Oop is AITAH for saying no. AITAH for telling my wife no? Originally posted to the Amy the Asshole official Tumblr page. Thanks to you, PETA Enigma, for suggesting this BORU. Trigger warning. Infidelity. Manipulation. Gaslighting. Abusive dishonesty. Less than. Original post October 29, 2023. My wife, 35F, and I, 38 meters, have been married for 12 years. Dated for 3 before that. We have 3 kids, 10 meters, 7F, and 5F. We both work full-time in separate fields. She does some chemistry thing that I don't understand, and I am a manager at a computer repair store. My friend runs, and also a short story writer when it's slow. She is definitely the breadwinner bill payer between the two of us. But I bring in the fun money for our family and would be completely listless if I didn't at least work part-time. We also fully own our home because of her job. Also, my parents watch the kids for us during the week when we are working. It's been this way since our son was born. And they've been doing it less since they are all in school. But it's free childcare. They refuse to accept money unless it's reimbursing for buying food. Okay, now that all of that backstory is set, here's where the problem begins. A couple of months ago, my wife started Pepper into conversations about a possible promotion coming up that would get her out of the lab and into a more manage the lab team position, with less dangerous hours for more pay. Ever since the first time she mentioned it, I've been hyping her up and telling her she's a shoo-in for the promotion, especially since she's been working there since her master's internship and now she has a PhD. Last night she told me she was getting word today if she got it. After she left for work this morning, I called my boss up and told him I couldn't come in today. And then told my parents the kids were staying with me. We spent the day cleaning the house, drawing congratulations cards, and making a congratulations banner. We also made a couple cards that say sorry and we love you for if she didn't get it. I was working on making her favorite dinner, lobster rolls with lobster bisque, because she's a fancy lady. When she got home earlier than normal, everyone was surprised, because no one is usually home at this time, and yet here everyone was. She got tears in her eyes seeing everything we were still working on. Got down and hugged our 2 youngest, and said she got the promotion, cheering all around. And that's when she dropped the bomb, saying we need to get a realtor in a state 3 away from us so we can relocate within the next 2 months. I was stunned, and just said no. We aren't moving for this promotion. In all of her talks she never mentioned that the promotion wasn't for the same location she's been at. All of our family is here. Her parents and mine. All of our friends are here. My job is here. She insisted that she's mentioned relocating before, but I swear she never did. That set of a completely new argument about never listening to her and only hearing what I want to hear. And how this will make it so I can stay home with the kids and not even need a fun money job. During this I noticed she was typing on her phone. And when I asked why she was multitasking an argument, she said she was texting my parents to get the kids so they don't have to see this. When my parents got here, they congratulated her on the promotion and asked how long until we move. She told my parents the promotion included relocation. I'm typing this on the couch in the basement, because I can't face her right now. My parents knowing means she probably did say we would need to move if she got it. I don't want to move. I like my job, and our house. I like being near my parents. I know this would practically set us for life, but I don't want to. I know I'm being selfish. And I know I must not be listening when she talks. But I still don't think she should accept the promotion. I still think no. Verdict. Not the asshole. #UPDATE. October 31st. 2023. Update. This has only been up for a few hours. But I wanted to get this in as soon as I could. It's been a little less than a month since I had sent this in, so a lot has happened. I will front load with information people asked about. Formatting is screwy because it's Tumblr. Also sorry if it sounds fake. I wish it was. Info: I've been tested for ADD as a kid but did not get diagnosed. Though I guess that would be something that can change as I age. I probably should get tested for ADHD considering she's told me her exact job many times and it refuses to stick in my brain. It's something to do with the environmental testing? Like soil, water, ECT? It's definitely not incredibly dangerous. But it involves chemicals, so there's always some danger. Info: there were many conversations in general about her possible promotion. Mostly about upgrading cars and electronics. It was never really anything detailed beyond that. Info: I don't actually know why my parents never mentioned it. I should probably ask them at some point. Info: our kids do have friends in school. Though in these few weeks they never really talked about anything with me. It was like everyone was walking on eggshells where I was concerned. My son did say we needed a school with a good soccer team though. So he had some opinions after the argument. Info: when my parents got the kids, she stormed up to our room and I went and hid in the basement. I was definitely being a coward. But I also wanted us both to calm down. I did feel silly asking Tumblr about this. But I've been here since 2010. I was falling back on a previous safe haven. That next conversation did not happen. That next morning she was acting like I was perfectly fine with everything and we weren't arguing in the first place. It was weird. But after the argument in front of our kids and venting here, I had decided that I would support my wife. If my parents knew we were moving, I was clearly in the wrong. Update: this is of course when things started breaking down. Buckle up. This is going to get stupid. And if you think this sounds like a bad story, you try living it. Within days of the announcement, we had a realtor looking at houses for us near what will be her new office. She was planning on being the one to do a final walkthrough after we picked a house via photos so she could multitasking and get acclimated at the new job location. It was her suggestion, and I did not want to rock the boat any further. Conversations between us were only about logistics at this point. How would we handle moving? When was my last day? Where were the kids getting transferred to? ECT. It was very stilted, and any time I would try to just talk normally she would ignore me. The next time I had work, one of her coworkers came in with her kid's busted laptop. The screen took some kind of sports ball to the face basically. As I was filling out the intake form, she asked me how our kids were handling the transfer. When I asked her what she meant, she clarified that she was talking about the transfer request my wife put in. To the office, she said the promotion transferred her to. I told her that my wife didn't put in a transfer request, but instead was given a promotion with a transfer. She then told me my wife's had that promotion since January and recently put in a transfer request. That was approved. The promotion that included a hefty pay raise. When she left, I checked our bank account on my phone and saw that the same amount she's always been paid was still what she was getting. I believed the coworker must have been mistaken. But when I went home, I spoke to my wife about it. She told me that the coworker was just jealous she had been passed over for the promotion and wanted to add to the drama in our house. That seemed to break the ice a bit, and I was able to apologize to her for the misunderstanding and the argument. She told me she accepted the apology and that she assumed it was coming because of how helpful and attentive I had been. According to her, I was paying more attention than normal and she appreciated it. She must have spoken with the coworker about this at some point, because when she came to pick up the laptop a few days later, she refused to speak with me past "hello" and "here's the bill," and was glaring the entire time. After that conversation, things seemed to settle. I wasn't happy about the relocation, but I didn't want our family to break apart all because I wasn't paying as much attention as I should. This new attitude was the final nail. We had started organizing things, throwing away and donating things we didn't remember even having, etc., to prepare for the move. While I was going through a closet she normally hid the kids' Christmas presents, and I found a few old laptops. She claimed that she hides everyone's presents in that closet, and that I found her birthday present for me. Just some things to tinker with while we settle. Not totally weird, but it was a little. She probably knows about as much about my work as I do about hers. I also found a few books that belonged to her mother. I figured that I could start to mend that bridge. Her parents never liked me, and bring them the books. I did not tell my wife about this, but considering the level of dust on them, I'm sure she forgot they were there. Her parents live a few hours away from us, not even slightly as close as my parents, but they would still be states away after the move. I drove the entire way. No meeting halfway or anything. It was an awkward meeting, but her mom did appreciate me bringing the books to them. Apparently she thought she had lost them. We did some stilted small talk over a late lunch, and I asked how they felt about my wife's promotion and move. They seemed a little confused, and stuff was slowly unraveled. According to her mother, she mentioned the promotion in January. When she got it, she had mentioned to her dad that we were saving the extra money, just in case, because of a business venture my boss and I were planning. According to her, we were going to try opening a location in the city we were moving to, and I would be leading it. Her parents said they knew I'd had some failed investments and plans in the past, so they were honestly not hopeful this would go well, but they were glad she was able to transfer with her promotion to the other office. Guys, I had no idea what they were talking about. Investments or plans? I'd done the same job since college and I've never invested money a day in my life. I said as much, and then also told them I was going home to talk to wife. I don't really know how they reacted. I was basically in tunnel vision. Probably shouldn't have been driving. So much ran through my head during that drive home, and I was ready to confront her about everything. I guess her parents called while I was driving back, and it tripped her up enough that she just told me everything. She was cheating on me. Had been for years. Once she got the promotion in January, she set up a second bank account and had them split the check between the two. Her boyfriend in the city we were moving to had access to the new account. He already owned a house, but he used some of the money to fix it up a bit and was just waiting for us to come. I guess to sweep her off her poor feet after my business venture failed. She didn't tell me about relocating on purpose. She's been poisoning her parents' thoughts of me for years, and she's been lying to my parents and children. She also told the coworker that started this thread that I never listened to her, and the misunderstanding was just another instance. She told me she never thought so many things would come undone at once. She's still planning on moving. Me and the kids aren't. TLDR. She's cheating on me and lied to literally everyone. #guys divorce is expensive WTF. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. Big oof. She was playing the long game with all that gaslighting and manipulation. Wow. Disgusting human being. That's some pretty primo gaslighting. So it looks like Oop is going to be the primary parent. He keeps the house, and his wife is the breadwinner. Hope she has fun with alimony and child support LMAO. If the relationship between her and AP has been going steady for years, it has a decent chance of surviving the divorce. Ugly reveal. And sudden lack of money. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it all peters out in about a year due to the aforementioned issues and the fact it isn't an affair anymore. It's just another boring old relationship. Does it always have to end with one or the other spouse cheating? I feel bad for the kids. WTF did she think would happen when they move? That he would just accept it? Poor Oop. His wife manipulated him so badly and made him look like the villain to everyone. Oh, wait until his attorney and the judge finds out about the hiding money for her lover. She's going to be spending that whole promotion check on alimony and child support. This isn't that unusual. A lot of places have laws so you can't move your kids out of state without your ex's approval. So cheaters trick their partner to move, then break up with them to ensure they get custody in the state that their affair partner lives in, leaving ex stranded in a new state with zero support system. Wow, a lot sure happened in that guy's life between October 29th and October 31st. Why would she admit what she did with the money? And his parents never talked about them moving? Really? Most parents would talk this with their son. This seems so unrealistic. Actual gaslighting. Man was so confused, questioning his own memory and thinking ADHD made him miss a huge detail. He's a short story writer when business is slow at the store, huh? Business must be slow. So the wife is such a mastermind, she made sure to hide the change in income in the bank account but conveniently left books around and then immediately comes undone by her parents calling her 6/10. Could have made the wife less of a mastermind who comically comes undone at the end. Also, I can't imagine she is just gonna let her kids stay with Oop, and it sounds like Oop would struggle to support his children. Oop needs to work on their short story writing because the pacing and details are way off for how adult life works. Wow, I saw it coming but hoped I was wrong for his sake. Miss Gaslight of the Year. I'll never understand why people go to such elaborate and messy lengths to hide an affair. Just divorce already. I am a manager at a computer repair store my friend runs. And also a short story writer when it's slow. He literally gave it away in the first paragraph. As soon as the move seemed like an iffy lie, i.e. promotion already happened, I think it was gonna be pretty obvious it was a secret affair partner elsewhere.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.